Dramatic music plays. Black and white footage of the Supreme Court building fades in. News headlines flash across the screen. The United States Supreme Court, the highest court in the land. Its rulings shape the nation, but not all decisions are welcomed. Some spark outrage, protests, and even change the course of history. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most controversial U.S. Supreme Court decisions that shook the nation. In 2010, the court ruled that corporations and unions could spend unlimited money on political campaigns. Supporters called it free speech. Critics called it the end of fair elections. This case opened the floodgates for money in politics. Visuals, political ads, campaign rallies, stacks of money flooding over Capitol Hill. The year 2000, a razor-thin election between George W. Bush and Al Gore. The court stopped the Florida recount, effectively deciding the presidency. One decision, one vote, one president. Visuals: Florida ballots, news anchors reporting chaos, George W. Bush's victory speech. During World War II, the court upheld the government's decision to force Japanese Americans into internment camps. Years later, this ruling is widely seen as a stain on American justice. Visuals: black and white footage of internment camps, barbed wire, American flags. A landmark case legalizing abortion across the country, celebrated by many, condemned by others. Roe versus Wade turned the Supreme Court into the center of America's culture wars for decades. Visuals: protesters with signs, court sketches, news debates. The court ruled that African Americans were not U.S. citizens and had no legal rights. This devastating decision helped push the country towards civil war. Visuals: old court documents, slavery imagery, Civil War reenactments. Separate but equal, those three words legalized racial segregation in the United States for over half a century. Visuals: segregated schools, water fountains, buses. This decision legalized same-sex marriage nationwide. A huge victory for LGBT+ rights, but not without fierce opposition. Visuals, celebrations, rainbow flags, weddings at courthouses. Nearly 50 years after Roe v. Wade, the court overturned it, ending the federal right to abortion. The country erupted again. Visuals, massive protests, divided opinions, media frenzy. A historic moment. The court declared segregation in public schools unconstitutional. It sparked the civil rights movement, but faced fierce resistance. Visuals: school integration, historic photos, civil rights marches. It might not seem controversial today, but this case gave the Supreme Court its ultimate power: judicial review. One ruling and the court became the final word on American law. Visuals: old courtrooms, legal books, Constitution imagery. These rulings shaped America, for better or worse. Some brought justice, others sparked outrage, but all of them remind us of one thing. In the Supreme Court, one decision can change everything. Visuals: Supreme Court at sunset, emotional citizens, fast clips of protests, celebrations and history, call to action on screen. Like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories from U.S. history.